Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today to share the latest add-on from the Junk Journal Studios Botanical Collage and Cluster Mega Kit. So this is the blue add-on. Now I have only printed a few of the pages because I want to do a little project with you guys today. I've had this idea in my head as soon as I saw this. It just inspired this idea. As you've probably seen in a couple videos I've already done, I did a botanical, like a tall journal called Botanical Half Century, and it was a lot of fun to do. I did it with the green kit. Since then there's been a yellow add-on, and now this is the blue add-on. So essentially the Junk Journal Studio has created like this large, super huge kit that then she's releasing like more colored add-ons for it with new images in the color theme, but still botanical and still like around the idea of collage and cluster mega pack. So you get all the things, right? Like the labels, the backgrounds, ephemera pieces, stamps, circles, labels, like just loads of things, words. So I've just printed a few things because I want to make a specific kind of project. So these are this is page 5 from the blue add-on kit, and it has all these beautiful labels. Then we have page 1 of these beautiful butterflies and leaves. Mushrooms. Page 4 is mushrooms and some, bits and bobs of leaves. Then page 14 has all of these ephemera bits. Page 8 has these lovely little they're almost like a tea card. And then some floral clusters, and then of course there's some neutral things, right? Because the nice thing with the kits is that she puts together these large kits, but like you need some base things, right? Like you would want everything to just be blue, and so she's given these lovely like old documents, calendars, things like that. And then this is another page of tickets and other fun little things. Again, little circles, little bits and bobs, right? Great for collaging. And then these are the backgrounds. So I printed, there's several more. This kit is huge, as most of Junk Journal Studios kits are, but I just printed a few of them because I want to make like a few pieces of ephemera. So I'm thinking with this, I want to make about 6 pieces of ephemera to just have fun and play with this blue theme. So I know that there are going to be some freebies that are going to be coming out to go with this kit as well. At my time of filming this right now, they haven't been released yet, but it's possible a little later in the video once I post it that they will be. I'm just so hyped to get excited that I got the email notification for the design team, and I just printed right away and wanted to get going on some of this. So my idea is essentially to take these bits, and I want to cut the borders off first. Cut. Okay. We'll do the next one, and I'll probably also do the fussy cutting, but I'll do that off screen. I just wanted to show you the pages intact before I cut them up, because I think that gives you a bit more of an idea of like what the kit looks like before I cut it all up. Okay, so there's 2. Where did I put the other background? I printed 3, I think, right? This one. These are obviously good for tearing as well. Also for making just like tags. You can make, oopsies, I chopped the corner off that one. It's okay, we can just trim that down a little. They don't need to all be a uniform size. Every now and then I have to tighten up this arm because it can fall a little easier. It's got like a screw in the side, and I need to tighten it. But as I was saying, you could make 3 really pretty tags with this. They're kind of, you know, designed in that way. That's why they were so perfect for the tall journal that I made, because I was able to use like tall, thin printouts. Okay. So we have these. Now, my idea... I have this old book, Styles and Stylists, and it's one of those books that, you know, you used to go into like a hairdresser studio and sort of say like, I want that cut, I want this cut. So I love this book for that reason. And I just was thinking it would be really fun to make like a clustery kind of project with this, that we could do something fun with these ladies' heads. So and then also just like make this kind of clustery bit behind them. Are you still with me? Have I lost you? Oh, she's pretty. But yeah, I just think that would be a lot of fun. So let's find, who shall I work with first here? She's pretty too. That's quite a coif. This particular, let me pull this over. You can have a laugh with me. It's like very much like a bike helmet. Oh, the things that we've done with our hair throughout the ages, right? It's very Liza feeling. Some of these pictures are so great. Like this is like, you know, color photos, right? But like, see this, it has like a moon and mysterious smoke, and there's a taxidermy snowy owl behind her for some reason. This one is like slightly more, I don't know what this expression is exactly. It's kind of erotic, it's kind of terrifying, but she's got these 2 like you know, crows above her head that are like squawking at each other, and then this one has a taxidermied, like, I think hawk behind her, and here too. I mean, these might be birds that aren't taxidermied, I don't know. I would assume they would be, because I'm not sure I'd like to have like a, is that a Cooper's hawk like right above my head like that? But we don't know what happened there. And this is why you thrift, because you find the coolest things. So I just have to find... Oh, don't do this to your hair. Just, you know, don't do that. All right. All jokes aside, let's find who I'm going to work with here. Pretty pretties. Sort of looking for just a certain kind of look, like not a weird expression. We'll save that for another day, for some other weird project that I'm working on. I may just go with somebody that we've already seen at the front that I thought was lovely. I love her eye makeup. Okay. I'm going to go with her. She just has a very classic look to her, and maybe we can fix up her bike helmet hair. We can do something with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just separate these 2 pieces from one another, because we're going to use them for 2 pieces of ephemera. Now let's pick out which of these backgrounds we want to use for our project. Why don't I use like one that's a little busier and one that's a little more like patterny, those ones, and then we'll set this one aside. So we'll do like maybe 2 pieces of ephemera for this video. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to make like a piece that is like in a booklet style or like a folio, or do I want to make like a wide journal card, or like something that has maybe like a pocket to it? I'm kind of leaning toward the feeling of like a pocket that has a background and a front, and then I can do the clustering at the back, if that makes sense. So I might actually kind of go half and half. So if I were to create, okay, I think I need to back this onto something a little bit thicker. And it doesn't need to be anything blank because I don't think you're going to see it. But you know, I don't know that yet. I don't actually have a pre-plan. So let me just, we'll back her onto this. This is kind of thick paper, but not perfect. I'm sure that Michelle at the Junk Journal Studio just absolutely loves these experimental videos that I do here with our stuff. Sometimes I have a plan, sometimes I don't, but I think it's kind of fun to just experiment as we go with these kind of things. The nice thing about design teams is that you get lots of different, you know, creators that you can work with, that they can use your things in different ways and not all the same, because there's lots of different artists out there who need ideas for different kinds of projects, and hopefully you find kind of your people, you know. I tend to be pretty flexible and open-minded as it relates to making art, and I like to see what a lot of people are doing, so you can only grow together, really, you know. All right, so that'll kind of give me an idea of what the size is going to be here. Now I want to put her on here, I think, and make her a tuck spot, but also I want a pocket below. So I'm going to need to shorten the height of this, but also we're going to trim that to there. So I think I will glue her down like a tuck spot. At the bottom as well, I'll glue. So she'll be her own individual pocket. Okay. Then the back of that is blank, so that's good. Then I want to take a piece of this. Probably I will cut this in like half. And I still want to stay with the cool, like the blue color. So I'm going to bring this down to the same size. Okay. And I need kind of the final backing for both of these. A little bit of, not now. I have like a nice paper bag here, and I think I want to use paper bag for this. I think I'll just cut the top off here. We'll use this top bit. Let's find the seam right here. So now this I will just glue right down completely, like a regular backing, you know, that you would put on to just make something a little nicer and more interesting than just having a plain white backing. Not that there's anything wrong with white backing. Then we'll take this bit here, the pocket, and we're going to just kind of line it up sort of like that, okay? So just glue it like a pocket. And then just line it up exactly where you would want it to sit. If you want it higher up, that's fine. You could also turn this into a tag. Okay, then cut this out. This could also be a tip out or half of a folio. If it's too large for you, if you want to have it like half that size, you can make the pocket shorter. I want a nice tall piece though. I think that's going to be fun. Okay, so now we need to cut out the cluster-y bits so that we have things to collage with. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut all of this stuff out and then I will come back. All right, so all of the bits and bobs are now all cut out, and I ended up making a few more of these so that we'd have a few pieces to play with, but I didn't want to show you the same thing again and again. So we have this one, this pocket. They all have pockets, and I did cut a little divot out in the pocket so we'd have a thumb hole there, and I've stitched around them. So we have this one that's like a tag, this one, so remember this is a tuck spot, and we have a pocket down below. And this one. So we have 4 all together. So now we have a couple steps. So I need to set aside, I need something to tuck into each of these spaces, right? So I'm going to just sort of choose one of the larger pieces here as the things that we're going to tuck in, but we're going to do a lot more with them than just make them a tuck. So that one's a little big. Let's go with one that's a little smaller. That is maybe a little too small. Let me see. Oh, here, this might be perfect actually. Yep, that's perfect. That's what we want. Okay, so we're not done with those. We're just going to make little assignments here and then we're going to continue on the project. So we'll put this one in here, I think. Actually, that one's a little big for this tag. Let's go with this little blue one maybe. Yeah. And then another small one for up here. Okay, this one, I like this calendar one for this. We're going to be doing loads more though, so don't think you know it all yet, friends. We're not there yet. Okay, that's good. And then this one, oh perfect, we're going to have the right number of pieces, I think, for this. Yep, okay. So now let's organize our pieces. So we have a stack of mushrooms. I'm just going to set them. They're going to be a little out of frame. I also have like a few little scrappy bits here from the larger pictures. Then we have all our blue flowers here. So set them a little over here too. We have leaves. We have these little labels. I've kind of like organized them in different ways. Circles. These little kind of size things. Tiny labels, little tiny ones. Some have words on them. And then some little tickets. Then sort of ticket adjacent kind of things, little bits like that. Then these are like the T card type things, longer T card type things. Some look like tickets. More labels, but in a slightly bigger size. The large size of labels, so you get three different size of labels that are sort of like the bordered labels. This little one here is kind of the same as that, but he's just on his own. Butterflies, the more little bits and bobs. Then the small ephemera type things, and then more kind of, these are like the little T cards, but there's some more variety there. There's just so much. There's so many things to play with. So now we get to have fun making collage bits. So the first thing I want to do, and I'll start with this one. I'll take out the extra ephemera pieces because first I want to decorate this, and where I would like to begin is with the girl, the face, the cluster of the face. So that's kind of where this project started. I wanted to make something that was going to be fun, like clustering up some, like a head, a person's head. So I'm going to start just with this flower to get us going. And then we will base the rest of the collage around that. Now just be careful as you're gluing, don't seal your tuck spot closed, okay? As you're making these clusters. So that's cool. I might take a ticket. I might actually tuck the ticket back here. I want these to sort of stick out and have a bit of a clustery look to them. Maybe one of these circles. Not that one, not that one. Let me see. I think instead of gluing that flower down, I probably should have just left it up because I like the flower overlapping all the geometric bits. Yeah, okay. So I'll glue it all down again. I want it like that for now. Okay. That can be like that. And then I need something with an organic shape. Maybe this. Don't want to cover her eyes or anything like that. But I do want these to be quite clustery. That one there. Maybe I need something smaller. Whoops. That's my label, or my label. This is my label. That's my alarm, I should say. Get a label that has something on it, like nature, maybe. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so let's glue. Just press it all down now. You can move these bits, I know where they go, so. Now the flower can go down. Okay, make sure that that's all glued. Then we'll get our little stem here. And that little label. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun little cluster. Then the pocket, I think I want to put something that's like a large sort of block of something just right here. And I think I'll just use a simple, like a label like this, because I think that will give it a bit of structure, just to have that there. Okay. And then once you're happy with the amount of, like, you can do more clustering here if you want, but I'm happy with this as is. I think that's fun. So now I'm going to go ahead and, how did we have these? This one went in here and this one went up here. So we obviously need this to have some more decoration about it. Now you don't have to go really, really busy, but I'm going to go a little bit busy. I'm going to put one of the flowers on because I want that to be sticking out the top, like so. Okay, and then I think I'll also add like a little something else on here to just, yeah, I like that, just to make this an interesting piece of ephemera that has some naturey bits and some layers. But we won't hide the entire original piece. So now that will look more interesting in here than just being that single piece of ephemera, and it will also kind of go with that theme, right? So let's do the same thing with this one. So I think this one I will add maybe a mushroom just right here off to the side a little, I think. I'm gonna do it maybe like that, yeah. So we'll just glue half of the mushroom like that. Okay, that like that. And then, oh, that's pretty. Hold on. I just love all these blues. They're great. Yeah, that would be cute. Okay. So now you have this little clustery bit. You know, so we're really using these pieces sort of like in appreciation of how they were designed to be clustery and collagey, you know. So this will fit nicely in here, and it's kind of like a surprise. It's kind of like a secret, you know. And then this one, I think what I'd like to do to just give it a little more shape is I'm going to round the corners, because I think that will look nicer at the top of the piece, except for that last one. I'm going to leave that last one because it doesn't need to be rounded. But you'll see as I put it in here, it kind of makes it a little softer. So that's that one. Let's move on to the next one. These are really fun. I like these pieces. Okay, so let's see if this one would go better in here, maybe, and this one up here. I actually think I might reverse them, depending on how much room I left myself here. Yeah, that's totally fine, because I think it's okay to stick above the tag a little, and if you didn't want it to, you know, you could trim that right off the bottom, but like, it doesn't need to be. I like things to be, you know, interesting. So this one, I think I'll start with a leaf at the top. So I'll just come on here. And I haven't even decorated the piece yet. See, I'm too excited. I want to get on with this ephemera. It's so fun. I'll do this one and then we'll go back to the piece at hand. Then this, yeah, I'm going to put that arrow on here. It's cool. Okay, that's that. So we have one of the ephemera pieces finished. Now let's go over to our girl here. I wonder, this gives a whole new meaning to the mushroom cut. Would mushrooms be kind of, oh, they'd be nice like that behind her in that pocket? For sure. Okay. So it's like a glue down in the pocket that the ephemera will go in front of. But see how these ideas can just organically come when you have all these pieces to play with? Like, that's the nice thing about kits like this, is that there's just a lot to play around with, and you can kind of, you know, figure things out as you go. I'm almost wondering if I might put a nice big bit like that on her hair. Slightly smaller though. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So go like that. I'll just check for any glue at the back that we don't want there. All good. Now, I don't know if I could maybe even pop a mushroom in her hair. That would be cute too. Maybe even a couple, because I want to make it like a little mushroom crown. Let's do that. Okay. And then again, I'll pick the whole thing up so I don't glue it down by accident. There we go. And just make sure it's all glued down. And you can get in the back here and just make sure you don't have extra glue. And then over here, I can actually glue this side down, because that's actually sitting down. It's not part of the tuck spot. Okay, so that's cute, like that. Now I might take one of my itty bitty labels here. Specimens. Where do I want that to be? Maybe here, actually, right on the pocket. That would be nice. And I won't put like a big block of anything on the pocket, because it is just really nice with the fern and the mushrooms and that sort of stuff. So then we'll put this in here as we planned. Yeah, and then that leaf comes up and she's kind of hidden back there. So now this piece, we said we were okay, right, with it sticking up a little and out. We can definitely change our mind if we want to, but let's just get it in there and see. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's almost like, you know, is it a marquee or whatever, like how you have like those multiple kind of shapes to things. And I think I might exaggerate that a little bit more actually by putting like a ticket on here off to the side. Yeah, so we'll just kind of go with some glue, bring it in just off the word calendar like that, so it's going to stick out a little bit. Then I might add a flower to it as well, right here. And then I'll just kind of leave the rest of that one alone to just show that pretty vintage calendar. Okay. And we can certainly round the corners, I think, on the 3 sides. And pop it in behind the mushroom a little. Yeah, it's in. Okay, so yeah, see how you have that kind of more organic shape to your ephemera. It's not all so blocky. Okay, let's move on to number 3. So we have this little piece and this piece. And again, I might just test out how would that look there. It would stick out the side a bit, but be kind of cool. Yeah, I think I like that in reverse. And with this one, you know, I'm thinking it might be nice to put this on the side of that, because that will be like that right there. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just glue half. Okay. Then I'll put something on here as well that's kind of interesting. Maybe mushrooms, actually. Yeah, let's go with mushrooms. Okay. So that'll get that one done. Now let's do this in the back. I've got a nice maple leaf here. Yeah, I like that. So we'll go with that. Then we need to get some other little clustery bits here. What side's our tuck spot? That side. Good. Okay, so yeah, I can do that and that. And I want to kind of save her from her own haircut a little bit by hiding that weird football head shape that they've given her at the First Choice Haircutters or wherever she's gone to to do this to herself. Not that one. No, that, hey, that kind of goes with it. There we go. We could just accentuate the football head. Okay, let's not. I'm not that mean. Okay, let's find a floral maybe. Something floral. That would be good. We don't need it that huge though. That's the huge flowers. For probably the bottom of this piece, I might use one of the huge flowers. Maybe this. That still doesn't really hide this that well. Maybe we do a second leaf like that, and then something else that's smaller, like one of the small labels. Maybe this one that says seed store. That could be cute, right? Like that. Let me just overlap it a little on here or turn it to the side. Yeah, that's cute. Now she's very naturey. And then I feel like something needs to happen here too, though, because they've just really done her wrong at the hairdresser, unfortunately. What if we did a mushroom that came up from here for her there, and it can kind of come off the side a little? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's start to piece this one down. I swear my children have been listening to these weird like music mixes that I think usually video gamers like on Twitch and stuff, they use them. But like they're kind of like songs from like, you know, the house music era of the 90s, and like it's a kind of like a bunch of mashups of the music, and most of them are actually pretty awful, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really enjoying this stage of listening to the kid music, and it's just all stuck in my head, and like as I'm sitting here I've just got this like thumping annoying music in my head like an earworm. Save me from my children's music. But you know, it's funny because my son, he's 4, he's developed a real love of the Beatles, but only at the moment, only the song Let It Be. And he's super funny because he loves to sing it in the car, and like, it's honestly quite sweet and pretty heart melting, to be honest. But I'm trying to get him to like diversify, so I'm trying like Hey Jude. Let's try Hey Jude. Hey Jude is pretty similar in lyrical kind of, or not lyrical, but like, you know, harmony, right? It's pretty similar. I've got to show him that show. There was a show on Netflix, I don't know if it's still there, it was called Beat Bugs, I think, and it was like Beatles songs that were like recreated kind of for kids. I know my daughter used to watch it when she was little and she loved it, so I'm going to try to diversify his listening a little more with mixing it up. I'm like, come on, can we have some Strawberry Fields or something? I appreciate that you like the Beatles, but Let It Be is just kind of, we need to let it be. Let it be. I can't. Okay. Seed store. There we go. So now we've fixed her hair, I think. We left it a little bit intact, but we also fixed it, so I'm good with that. The other thing I was going to see if I have, I wish I had more of those long leafy stems. I'm kind of addicted to those. Those are great. Okay. Just want to see something here. It's too big, I think, but that would have been a nice option too as a collar. But no, we don't need that. We need something. I'm going to go maybe with one of these little rounds, and I'm just going to put it here so it's like halfway on the pocket. This lower pocket. There we go. So cute. Then we finished this piece, so let's put that piece in here. Now this piece, we need to do something with it. I'm almost wondering if it wouldn't be kind of cute to have, if this were in here, to have those mushrooms coming up too. Yeah, I like that a lot actually, because it just creates like a whole little mushroomy cluster. Let's have them right on that edge. And then do we want to put a little something on here maybe too, just to kind of stick with how we have been? Maybe something with floral or bird. Ooh, we haven't been using these bits. See, there's so much in here. It's just so good. But that one's too big, and I don't want to do it like that. The other thing too is I might add a piece on the back of each of these too. Maybe we'll do that last. But I need an upright one that I can add. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And I might sort of have it coming off the side just a little bit, because we have pocket room. We don't have to worry about it being too wide or anything. Okay. Yeah, that's really cute. Okay. So then put it in here, and then we have that. Yay! Okay, now the last one. So let's take these out, and again I'm going to double check if I like this back here better. For some reason I've been liking these large ones at the back more than I like them in the big pocket, and then I like the little one in the little pocket because it doesn't interfere with the face. I think that's what it is. So now that we're looking at this right now, I'm almost thinking to have that on the side would be kind of cool. Or actually maybe where I want it would be down here. Actually no, maybe I do like it on here. Yeah, I think I do. Yep. Okay, so let's put that down, and I'm just going to add a bit of glue to it right now so I can just stick it, and it'll keep it right in that one spot that I had it. And then I can come in with my glue and just do the rest of the edges. Okay. I just got to get this one and then a little more in the other corner, right over here. Perfect. So that'll be on the side, and then we'll have something, maybe this here. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of like doing one piece of the ephemera first and then working on the rest. Sort of like, I don't know, it sets the collage style up for me a bit. Now I am going to cut this little bit of stem off the bottom there. That's not really helping me. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so now let's work on her. She's got kind of a surfing wave of her hair here. So let's see how we can fix that a bit. I mean, I actually don't dislike it. I think it's kind of cute. These are a bit big. I might not need anything so dramatic. Okay, so I think in terms of other organic shapes, I might go with a butterfly on her head. And potentially like a couple of leaves. Let's just maybe like so. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Then back here I think we probably could put something else. Would that something else be mushrooms? Not quite. All right, we need to get a little more clustery, I think. Some of these little bits I haven't even looked at yet. I need to move them around. That one's kind of pretty. Also, those butterflies would be really nice. I definitely need to do some inking. I'm going to be doing inking afterward with a bit of blue, I think, but maybe I'll, for this one, just because I think it needs it before I glue it down, I think I will just hit it with a bit of blue ink. Because that might, yeah, that actually definitely changes up the whole feel of this, so I like that. Then kind of like a little flower stem there. What else? What else? What else? Let me think. Not exactly. There's just a lot of lovely choices. I'm trying to, yeah, I like that ticket there. And I might even just glue the bottom so it kind of sticks up a little. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that. even though it looks cute, I shouldn't, because then it will kind of mess with the tuck spot. I could do that here. Yeah, we could do that there, just because I like the idea of a ticket kind of sticking up a little. And something a little, quite simple back here might be effective. Yeah, that's cute. Now I need something here that has a bit more of an organic shape. We talked about mushrooms. Yeah, that's fun. And then I just want one more thing, like over in this area, that I can kind of have sticking off the page just a little smidge. Little smidge. Yep, I think I like that. Okay, so let's glue this one. It's actually pretty relaxing to just kind of sit and, place things in this way and just play with it. I think I'll just glue almost all of that down, but not quite, because I want to put that flower under it, and I just want to position it here. So let me put this back on here. Click that. And then get my flower stem now. My tuck spot's on the other side, so this can go completely down. Perfect. And then I need to glue that down. And then we'll get our mushroom. Right there. Okay. Set those aside so we can glue this bit. I want that on top. No, I want it under. Like that, yeah. Okay, now we'll just lift the whole thing up, hold that tuck spot out here, and just kind of, wipe off any excess gluey bits on the tuck spot you don't want. There we go. Okay, there's that. Now we have this that goes in here. So let's get that in there. Perfect. Now this one, what do we want to do with this one? Do we want to, I kind of like that. But I'm like, do I want to lose the Pullman Company bit? Well, maybe I don't lose all of it like that. You still see a bit of that. Let's just be brave. Sometimes my biggest challenge is like, I can't cover this up. But you know what? You can. It's not a big deal. Especially when it's digital. You can print it again and make it the center. Sorry, had to change batteries. As I was saying, that you can, cut it again and make it the central focus. You don't need to sort of hoard your papers as I tend to do. I need to open that pocket up a little bit here. Grab my ruler. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then just plunk that in here. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah. I like it. Do I want to put one of those on there too? No, maybe not. Oh, maybe there. That looks really great. Yeah, I want that. See, because the thing is, you can, at the end, right, once you've got all the things kind of glued onto all the various pieces, you put it all together, and then you can decide, like, do I want to add more here or there, right? Might just pop a butterfly on there. Actually, maybe up here with the ticket, that would be cute. Again, with the clustering and the layering, it's nice to have things sort of done that way. So now, as I mentioned, I think there's something to be said for taking a minute, if you can, to decorate the back of your ephemera, especially at a time like this when you have lots of like little bits that you can use. So there's that one. And then back here, maybe, I think I'm mostly tempted to use these very colorful, beautiful tea cards. You can put it down at the bottom. There's two. The back of this tag has a little stamp on it already, so I'm going to leave that one. And then this one, we could put a little something on too. Yeah, we'll use this little specimens one. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's just tidy a little by just taking all our bits. They can all go together now. They can all be friends. I'm done with using them for this project, so now they'll go into my my ephemera. Like all of my little, I keep all these like things of ephemera, and it will all go in there. So now I'm going to take just blue ink. I'm going to take all these pieces out, and I'm just going to hit them with a bit of this blue ink on both sides, like so. Not being, you know, super measured in how I'm doing this, just adding some blue because this is a blue kit, and I think it can only be improved with even just a little blue inking here and there. And yeah, these are really fun. I'm happy with these. I sort of had, I don't know what it was that came over me when I saw this kit, but I just immediately thought of like vintage kind of women's heads. And then I thought about that book I have on these old hairstyles and how I just felt like it was just serendipitous that they needed to all kind of come together and be nice. And I think it turned out how I'd imagined, which is always nice when you have an idea and it kind of comes together. So yeah, I'll just show you like the inking kind of process on a couple of these, and then I'll finish the other couple on my own time here. You know, you could also add some nice blue fabric on the top of these. You could stitch it if you wanted to. I don't really feel like these need a lot of stitching because they're quite dynamic as is, right? So those two have been inked. These two have not yet, but they will be. And we have these very fun clustery kind of ladies, and yeah, that was so much fun. I'm so glad I jumped right into this kit. So I will link down below the lovely, beautiful kit that is this Botanical Cluster blue add-on from the Junk Journal Studio. As always, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.